Well, here we go. It's like 3:45. Headed out. We'll see how long I can go before darkness hits. But I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. Let's get out there. Trail is extremely flat, super easy. Mixture of redwoods, big leaf maples, ferns. Yeah, you can definitely truck through this, or a nice trail run if you like that. Well, you see that? That is the seasonal footbridge, which means we're gonna have to traverse this river in some fashion. So grab your stick. Got myself nice wood row today. Roll up your pants and find the safest way across. Perfect. Nice. Super helpful. Across the river there, right over there, is some flags for the trail. I've come across some that don't quite have that, and that's less helpful. So, doesn't look too bad, but definitely ankle, nope, high calf, deep. Onward, let's do it. Well, and 5 minutes later, we're across the river. Definitely was about calf deep. Woodrow, super helpful. Find yourself a buddy stick. Got a nice view down there as the sun's going down. But don't overthink it. Be prepared, but just get in there, get across it, and get where you need to go. Onward. Well, with the last light of day here, I feel pretty accomplished. Trucked it down the trail, probably 2 to 3 miles right around Elam. Successfully made a fire with wet wood right by, can't quite see it, but right by a river. And we'll see if see the moon up here at all. Oh, yep. And then the moon is starting to pop out tonight. Made it. Feeling good. Not quite dark yet, but time to set up camp, cook up some dinner, and enjoy the beautiful sound of this river. Pretty nice. morning. Day 4, I think. I don't know. After you've been camping for a couple days, it all kind of blends together. But here's what the old campsite looks like. And most of this backcountry here in the Redwoods is camping on these gravel sandbars. So not necessarily deep in the woods, which is probably for the best, but really tranquil river here. But I think the coolest thing this morning, besides morning coffee by this nice river, is this misty fog kind of special situation coming in over the Redwoods. This is looking west, and a mixture of morning sunshine, mist, fog, kind of blowing on through. It's a nice way to start your morning. One thing I have noticed about the Redwoods is even if it says it's not gonna rain, it is always just sort of lightly damp, especially when the sun goes down. It's just like a quarter damp, and so all of your stuff is just about a quarter damp. It's not wet, but it's just a little moist, damp, and that's just the situation. So make sure you plan for layers. Make sure that you're not expecting your stuff to be super dry, because you're just going to be in a proverbial state of moisture. In these special little moments, specifically morning, for me, this is why I do it. This is why I'm a little uncomfortable, I'm a little wet, I'm a little cold, to be able to have these little snapshots of something. And you can't make them up, you don't know what they're gonna be. But that mist coming in over those trees with a little bit of sunshine, and the sun waking up this little river basin, damn man, it's pretty nice.
Boca boca! Woo! Woo! Oh. But you've always got a double dip. Yeah.
Also, full transparency here is like, I didn't really want to do this. Earlier in the trip, like day 1, I was like, I don't really want to go in the backcountry. It's gonna be dewy, it's gonna be moist, I'm just gonna be cold, it's gonna be uncomfortable. But I powered through, pushed through, had an amazing fire last night in the pitch black, pretty much by myself way out here, because it's the middle of November, nobody's really doing this. But I'm so glad I pushed through that and got here, because man, it's a special little spot. I'll be back to the car in a couple hours, no worries. But there like 2 or 3 times in the last couple days, I'm like, no, not doing that. No, I'll figure it out. I don't want to. I'll do something else. But I'm really glad that I made it here. It's pretty nice way to start your Saturday. And this is Lady Bird Johnson Grove. short drive off of 101 in a quick little loop. Jesus. But massive trees. Just look at how big that stump is. Just a big elephant foot, except bigger. Wow. Really beautiful grove. This area too has some interesting fire damage, some fire scars on some of the trees. You find yourself just sort of looking up most of the time, because these trees are so big. It's hard to really grasp the scale of these things.
Hey, Chef Corso, Monty Boca, and I'm here to put you on the path for great meals for any outdoor adventure. I'm here at Flint Ridge, which is kind of one of the sneaky little backcountry campsites of the Redwoods National Park. We've got the Pacific Ocean over here, beautiful bluff, nice backcountry campsite, and I just made Tom Yum Noodle Bowl in about 10 minutes. Amazing, quick, super tasty, and super satisfying. If that sounds good, follow along. I'm all set up here to make one of my favorite backpacker meals, Tom Yum Noodle Bowl. So a couple ingredient call outs here. Got my chimney style camp stove here, some water, and my ingredients. So quick little camp hack for you is stuff sacks. Amazing use of old toiletry bags, Ziplocs, stuff sacks. Really easy and helpful to put all of your ingredients in one bag rather than having all your stuff just floating all around from the bottom to the top. So what we've got in here is we've got some salt. You can also use fish sauce. You have a lime. Yep, a little bit of freshness is going to go a long way. Pack of cashews. A little bit of coconut milk powder. Really amazing to have in the pantry. A little bit of sriracha. You can also use some Thai curry paste. I have some dried shiitakes. You could also use some fresh. And rice noodles. Super, super awesome. One bundle is going to give you one solid portion. So I have all of that right in here. Also, we've got some nice fresh veggies. So I know a lot of you might be thinking out there that these are not going to last that long. Well, I will tell you from experience, they'll last longer than you think. And often 3-4 days on the trail gives you a nice fresh crunch that is sorely, sorely missed in a lot of the backpacker meals. So first thing we're going to do is boil the water and get our yummy broth going. And you might think that I'm crazy for packing in a fresh lime, but it is not a whole lot of weight. And that little squeeze right at the end is gonna blast this with flavor. give it a really, really, really great fresh finish. So we're just looking for that to boil, and then I'll go ahead and throw in my rice noodles. So mind the heat here so it doesn't boil over depending on the size of your pot. You might need just to turn it down to about medium, low. And while you're waiting for this to boil, you can make one of the best camp hacks around, campy chopsticks. So find 2 fallen twigs, don't chop down a whole tree to get some chopsticks. Find 2 fallen twigs, give it a quick whittle, and you've got campy chopsticks. And what I love about rice noodles is they cook up really, really fast. Make sure you get the nice thin ones, but they give you a quick meal in just about 5 minutes. So this is what we're looking like right now. Got some really beautiful broth. Smelling great. Coconut milk powder. Noodles are almost there. Time to test the noodles. We are done. Awesome. Seriously, just a few minutes. And then right at the end, I like to keep the crunch of these fresh veggies. Go and throw a little bit of red pepper, a little bit of snap pea, throw in some green onions. A little broccoli, cauliflower would be a really great option as well. Some of that pre-cut stuff, maybe a little baby carrot. Give that a quick little mix. And let's bowl this baby up. And this is what we're looking like. One bundle and around 16 ounces, 12 ounces water, a few fresh ingredients, gives you one really hearty portion. And then the final touches to make this amazing, some nice crushed up cashews, a little bit of protein. You could always add some packaged chicken, some pre-cooked tofu, some jerky. Oh, but we've got the crunchy nuts on here. And a nice fresh squeeze of lime. Got tom yum noodle bowl. In about 10 minutes. Wow. Come on, cashew, you can do it. He's a tough nut. Man, I want a cashew, come on. There we go. So try tom yum noodle bowl or any noodle dish with rice noodles. It's a really great ingredient to pack along. You also make some pho, some pad thai, some other really great soups. But check out montyboca.com for other great, fast, quick, easy trail meals, full trip meal plans, or a pocket-sized cookbook if you need to take this along with you. But get out there and cook some noodles. It's been 4 or 5 days. I haven't showered in a bit. I'm pretty dirty, pretty dingy. But this is a pretty awesome spot to be able to finish my trip in the Redwoods. But here's a couple of quick bits that I've learned from the few days that I've been here. So, one, again, it is a combination of multiple California state parks and the Redwoods National Park. So make sure you look at multiple different maps about where you want to go. There's a northern section and a southern section. I'm like right in the middle at Flint Ridge, which is actually pretty interesting option for setting up camp because it's not too far off the road. But my suggestion is that you find a spot in the north, sit there for a couple days, be able to explore around there, and then find another spot in the south and be able to explore around the southern part. because it's going to take you an hour to 2 hours to drive north or south, maybe even longer depending in the high season, and that way you just don't have to rush it and spend all the time in your car. So remember that it's state parks and national parks mashed together, very much north-south instead of east-west. 2 is it's groves. Listen fella, listen gal, it's not forest, it's not trees, it's not bushes, it's groves. There are groves of redwoods, and the groves are delightful. They're gorgeous, in fact. But you'll notice that there are a bunch of different groves around, and a lot of them are really worthy to explore. Make sure also to plan ahead. If you are doing some more backcountry and car camping situations, make sure to research both, because you might be able to piece some things together rather than a more traditional national park, which has lodges, front country, back country, all that kind of stuff. Redwoods is kind of a mishmash of both of those, but you can easily dip back and forth in between some back country, some front country, some car camping. So there's a lot here. And that bridges into this is the redwoods in general are extremely accessible. All of it is right along 101, but you have to get off 101 just 5, 10, 15, 20 miles, and then that's where the groves are. That's where the good stuff is these just massive trees that it's just like, get here, come, like get down here, get up here, get over here, because the grandeur of these trees is so hard to describe until you're walking in them and you're looking up at them like this and you just don't quite understand how they exist. But they are so big, they're so beautiful, they're so different than most things that you've seen out there in the outdoors, because they're just damn big trees, and they are absolutely beautiful, and we need to protect them, we need to see them, and we need to enjoy them. So I learned this about the redwoods, and I got lucky obviously with some really pretty sunshine here. It's not necessarily hot, maybe around like 50, 55 degrees and sunny, which is very nice. But the thing about it, even if rain is not in the forecast in the redwoods, it is going to be moody, it's going to be misty, it's going to be moist, it's going to be damp. So prepare for that. Get your layers on, get your raincoat on, and pack up everything at night so it's not just hanging out, because even if you think it's not going to be wet, it's going to be damp. Be prepared for that. It's all right. You'll get damp, you'll get moist. You can be moist for a couple days. It's all right. But again, get over here. Enjoy this great national and state park area. It is a special pocket of the California coast and the West Coast. So put this on your bucket list. I'm happy to finally check it off for mine. Get out there, enjoy some pretty areas, finish your trip here in this beautiful spot that I just found. Cook something amazing while you're out there. Boca boca.